Alright, hello and welcome to the Battle of San Jacinto. I am, we are reenacting the battle that won the Texan War of Independence against Mexico. And I'm here with the Mexican team to see if they can change that outcome. Uh, Let me share my screen with you guys. So currently, you guys are meeting in or near Santana's tent.
James, I can't see your screen, so send a screenshot or to
No, I'm
if there's an issue.
sharing my screen. Why can't you
Yeah, I
see it?
can't, but I don't know. It's been a recurring issue.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
All right.
Um, like you never are able to
I
see
can
screens.
I can switch to my computer, but then I can't talk. But that should be fine, right? Because we're doing written orders.
Yeah, I guess that'll be
All right,
fine.
I'll do that.
So you're on your
I'll do
phone
that.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
My phone won't do it for some reason.
oh, okay. Yeah, because you're gonna want to. Well, maybe for this first one you don't need it, but you're gonna want to be able to. Um,
Okay. Yeah, I'll switch.
all right. So you guys, you're in camp. Santana ordered the camp to be built just on the other side of the hill where the Texian camp is known to be. There was some light skirmishing yesterday. You expected possibly an attack this morning, but nothing came, and so as the hot afternoon came on, Santana ordered everyone to rest in their tents. A lot of the troops, especially those under Kos, haven't slept at all, and his troops marched the past 24 hours just to get here last night. The other troops were spent the night building breastworks. So most everyone is in their tents or milling about camp. You do have breastworks constructed, as you can see over here, and all is pretty quiet right now. Most of the men are sleeping or resting. The lancers are over by the river watering their horses, and all is quiet. So, if you have orders, write them in your channels. Any questions?
Negative.
Okay. Then I'll come back for the next round.
All right, so I'm gonna
Oops.
do a little bit of reorganization with command, I think.
In the distance,
Hey,
can't.
the artillery, they got to crest the hill first before they're. Once they crest the hill, they will be, but they're right now they can't see anything. Just so you
Oh,
All
know.
right.
gotcha.
Well, let's just
All right. Sorry about that. Were you saying
Oh,
something?
no, I was saying I'm still trying and it's not working, and I'm reading about people having the same problem
Okay.
and trying to find out how they fixed it. Because I'm not sure how to be useful if people can't see the Mexicans.
Yeah. Well, if you. Hmm, maybe we can manage some with screenshots, and then you could just. Like for people who don't need to see behind them, I could take a screenshot, and then you could still just go get their update.
Entirely up to you. However, I can be useful.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll do that. You keep trying to figure it out, and we can do that.
okay, I'm here. You come tell me when I need to do something, and until then, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay. Oops, did not mean to click on this. Shoot. How fast would you say a canter is? A little bit faster than an infantry.
Yeah.
Let's see, an infantry.
All right. Burleson is just forward marching. Okay. Sherman is also forward marching. Lamar is trotting. Okay, you already moved him.
Something. Hold on. Something about my grid setting just messed everything up. There you go. No. So I've noticed sometimes when you make your grids, that's better. Like it tries to fit the pieces to the grid, and if you make your grid too sizes too large, it's a little bit messed up.
I'm pretty sure it looks like everyone's just walking up. So
Yeah, is everyone just advancing?
yeah, I don't think anybody's said anything except just. Let me check. What's Millard saying? I think Millard also said advance. Yeah, advance.
So I'm
is
moving them a
forward.
little bit more than I normally would, but I'm trying to get to where the Mexicans would see him. What about the artillery?
Sam, what is Sam? Wait, why don't I see? Oh, there we go. Form column of sections march. I don't know what that means within the context of the artilleries.
Oh, I should have done more homework on the rules. Form column of sections.
Yeah.
And he wants them to advance.
Yeah, I think he just wants to advance his
Uh,
artilleries.
That's just kind of like that. They're gonna be slower, but we'll just move them up like that. Where's Sam Houston going?
Uh, didn't mention. I would imagine he's going with his guns in that case.
We'll just move them up
Didn't
here,
didn't say he's going anywhere.
and then they're gonna be a little bit forward. Okay. Mexicans aren't doing anything because I didn't tell them anything was happening yet, but they will see the Texians on the border. Okay. I think everyone will need a 360 view still, and then McPanzer can start helping out. So go ahead and do next turn.
Okay.
All right, hello. So, all right. So Fox can see but not hear. No, see but not talk, and then he can type. Let me share my screen. So as you sit about camp, shooting the breeze with each other. Oh, hold on. Okay, I see you gave orders for the battalions to start forming up. And Fox is going to make me read in Spanish. Alright, so you, even though you have no reason to, you start issuing orders to start forming up the barriers. Since you didn't have a reason to, it hasn't happened yet, but now you do, because as you look over the hill, you can see troops cresting over the ridge through the tall grass. There's cavalry to the left and infantry in kind of two groups on to the right, advancing quickly. You can see your artillerymen at your one cannon already starting to get busy, preparing to fire. There's other troops I've noticed within camp are starting to scramble as well. You hear lots of shouting.
This is not. In here, I thought we were going to go on the offensive. I'll be honest with you, I didn't actually expect we were being attacked. I was wondering if I had to spot the Texans.
Yep. So go ahead and write your orders down if they change at all, and also let me know if you want to change where you're at. Actually, you can tell me here if you want to change your location, head anywhere.
I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to stay co-located. We're probably going to be holding at the breastworks instead of advancing now.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
So, Decos, I think we're going to run into the issue where your men are no longer manning the breastworks as a reserve. That our main line's going to be at the breastworks.
Yeah.
Where's the cavalry at in comparison? Right now, the lancers, I should say.
I think he told us, but I don't remember.
They're grazing, but I don't know. I think they're grazing by the river, maybe?
They're being watered by the river.
Ah, okay.
Okay, the watering. Okay, we're going to have to... I'm going to try to recall them, I suppose. Send word to them. So Decos, my men are going to be forming at the breastworks. You could form up behind.
Any luck yet, McBanzer?
Sort of.
It's probably the same issue you were having with all the other
It
pieces
is.
we've always had.
So, part 1 was McAfee. Great, that's correct. The second thing I found is Google Chrome is blocking downloads. So the ones that are displayed as links to, HTTP whatever. I'm trying to find out how to just turn it off. I got the Canon crew to load by manually downloading those image files, but that's a 1/12 of what I need to do.
That should take.
Yeah, in conjunction with the infantry.
Anakazan, who haven't you taken yet?
It's just Millard.
Okay, I'll do him. Alright. I got you for now. Millard. Let me zoom in on you. Alright. You lead your men deftly over the crest. There's even a little line there. You can see the cavalry at a canter pulling a little ways ahead as you cross over the hill and start to march downhill. You can see the Mexican camp come into view. The Mexican gun fires a volley already, but it flies high overhead, missing the line. You can see the Mexicans soldiers scrambling, caught by surprise, and running to man their breastworks as they rush through their camp. There's a lot of yelling and other
Okay.
things. You can see, I guess, looking to your left, you're doing a good job keeping in line with Burleson. And then you can't see super well, but behind the
No,
line, the
yeah.
guns are coming up there in the middle.
Grand, thanks, Jason.
Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll look at your channel for orders then. So the Mexicans are staying co-located, so I can take Millard and who would be easiest for me to take? Millard and Lamar.
Probably Millard and Lamar. They're just all forward marching still. So is this like a reasonable distance,
Yeah, that's good.
or are they going a bit?
No.
further?
That I moved them a lot to begin with just to get things going, but that's about right.
Okay. Does Houston want?
Shoot, he wants 2 companies.
Okay, so he's still just.
How much is a company?
Companies. I mean, are these battalions?
Yeah. Well, they're called
Like off there.
regiments, but they're like 250 men.
If they're regiments, then it's like. Oh, then. Wait, these are messing with my head. Then a company's like what, 50, I guess.
Yeah.
What, probably less.
I'll just throw out some men.
Cavalry wants to advance at walk, so what? Like here or something?
Advance at the walk. That would be slower than the canter, I think, right?
Yep.
I really did mean to study the rules before I. A walk is a steady walk. Oh, a trot is a slightly elevated pace, and a canter is a relaxed and smooth gait faster than a trot. So canter is pretty fast, walk is slow. Probably is about the same speed as an infantry moving, so they're fine. I did shoot the cannon and it missed, so you can describe it sailing overhead the line. Is Houston staying back where he's at?
No, he's marching forward. He says forward into line, but he doesn't have.
He doesn't
infantry.
command anything. Okay. And then artillery, form column of sections, march. Oh, that was previous. Forward into line. Oh, he wants the artillery in the line, so they're gonna roll up like that.
And these things shoot yet, or
No,
are they
we'll
still...
we'll have him shoot next turn. So we'll
Yeah.
just put him with them for now. Okay. Alright, so I'll take those 2 and the Mexicans. We'll do another turn.
Okay.
And then next turn we'll probably start having more fighting. Alright, gentlemen. Or should I say caballeros? Alright. So, you've issued the orders to form. Your staff has rushed out to go carry those orders to all the tents and men. You can see the men scrambling to get out. Some are trying to put on their uniforms. Some are trying to grab their weapons. Some are running out without weapons at all. Some are running out without their uniforms or clothes on at all. It's a bit of a chaotic state. You can see the different troops are. Nobody's formed yet, and a lot of the troops are intermixed, looking around as they rush to get to the breastworks. The Texians are continuing to advance. Your cannons have fired 1 shot. It's hard to tell what the effect of that was. And that's basically the state of things.
Okay.
look for your orders in your channel. Does anyone want to move anywhere else, or are you staying together?
I think we're sitting tight for now.
Okay. I'll
Staying
move you up to the
co-located.
breastworks just for a better view, I guess. Okay. Coles, where is Coles?
Was word sent to the cavalry?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why is it doing that?
Emmanuel, you're gonna be trying to form up to the right of the breast. Also, our cannon's sort of north of our, I guess, northeast of our position slightly.
All right. I don't know what your rank is, Colonel Lamar or something.
Something like that.
Something. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a view right from the top of your horse. All right. So you slow your men down to a walking pace, pretty much keeping in line with the rest of the infantry. Who continue to advance. You can see Millard has deployed some skirmishers ahead. The Mexicans have launched a shot of cannon. Didn't seem to have any great effect. Your men are riding behind you, and as you look ahead to the Mexican camp, you can see soldiers rushing out from their tents, scrambling to form up and get to the breastworks which are in front of them. That's about it. Besides the cannon fire, no shots fired yet.
So they're not quite formed up yet.
No. As you look directly ahead, I don't know if you can see that. It looks like you can Santana's tent, and maybe Santana himself almost directly ahead. Any
All right,
questions?
all right. No, that's good.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. I'm just lining up my screen. Alright, I wasn't sure how much a company was, so you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 8 men heading out ahead of the line. And I also don't have options to have them more spread out, so they're spread out even though it doesn't look like it. Your line continues to march downhill. Fortunately, you've not faced any fire yet from the Mexicans, except for that cannon fire that I mentioned last turn. Cavalry has slowed down their pace a little bit to mostly keep in line with you. And to the left, you can see Burleson maybe pulled slightly ahead of you, but mostly keeping in line. Ahead of you, you can see Mexicans rushing from their tents, scrambling to form up and reach their breastworks and mount some kind
So
of
they're
defense.
okay. So there were kind of breastworks. So I can't really make it out. Okay.
Yeah, these wooden structures and barrels and whatnot are
All right.
turned over wagons. You've got some breastworks there, some logs. Looks like there's kind of 2 levels. There's the one here at the front where the artillery is, along with some gabions, and then
Yep.
there's another level further back behind them, off to the side.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Do you? We should put it as orders each turn. Is this every time you come back to it, it's a new turn? So is it like turn 3 or something, or
Yeah,
or just
we're
or just
getting to
update
turn
the orders
3
now?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it working?
Nope.
No. Could you manually download 11 image files and then at least make this game work?
So they kind of work. I could show you, but it's not worth going out. The cannon itself loaded, the cannon crewmen loaded, but they're bright white like Star Wars stormtroopers.
Oh. Okay, well, keep working on it.
hate this for the record. I'm seething in rage.
Oblique left forward march. How does that work?
Who gave that one?
Burleson, this guy in front.
Alright, so oblique left. Okay, left oblique. Your formation will begin to slide right or left while maintaining its original orientation facing. Slide left. Oh, tricky.
So he's just shifting left?
Yep. So slide left while still facing forward.
How long are we letting them slide?
So I would do it.
Because he said oblique left forward. So is he like advancing at an angle like this, or is that what he's trying to do?
Well, you stop an oblique by yelling forward march. So if he yelled oblique left and then forward, it would stop the oblique, according to this. So just keep him going forward then, and let him figure that out, I guess.
All right, so I mean the guy behind him is also just going forward, so I think they're just all going forward.
Just moving up. Oh, everyone's in the rules right now. Alright. So I'm gonna
All right, well let's move them forward. What did Miller want? Advance forward. Okay, Miller is just advancing. Half left wheel march, advance carbine. So half left wheel, that means what, he turns 45 degrees?
so half the line, the left half of the line. Who's doing this?
The cavalry.
All right, so half left.
Half left wheel.
All right, and they're wheeling which way?
Half left wheel march. That's what he said.
Okay, wheel march. Lamar cavalry.
Yeah, if you want to
half left
Lamar
wheel,
cavalry,
and
half
then
left
march.
wheel, and then
Advance carbine. Hold on, let me look at the cavalry rules. Half. Okay, wheeling. So half right wheel. Oh, I see. It's a half left wheel is a 45-degree turn facing left.
okay. So he just wants to wheel his whole thing like this.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And then he just wants to go forward.
Advanced carbine
Like,
shoot.
he
He wants to shoot the
come up
artillery.
to
So something like.
Is this close enough to shoot the carbines?
Let's see. Yeah, it's close enough. We'll give him a chance. All right. Is anyone else shooting? These guys.
He wants a Miller wants his skirmishers to shoot the artillery too.
Okay. I need to put more Mexicans out. Alright. guys are shooting. Anyone else shooting?
Nobody else explicitly ordered to shoot, so. Oh, and no, the artilleries are shooting. The Texan artilleries are shooting.
Alright, so let's do the cannon first. Where did I put that?
The Texan artillery also said they're shooting.
Oh, okay. Where are they targeting?
The cannons.
Okay, everyone's shooting the cannon. So let's start with their cannon shooting canister. So, oh shoot. Okay, they're in canister range, so they get a D20. 15 or higher reduces a unit. Okay. So this skirmisher unit just got obliterated. I need to throw some dead bodies. Will you make that the right size and flip them around?
The what?
The dead bodies I just put here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, how's that?
Just make them match the others and put them in different positions. Alright, so that's artillery shooting. Then they've got them shooting, they're shooting. That's like +1. Nothing, they're shooting. Alright, no casualties yet. Oh, and then the cannons, they're shooting at range. They get 1 + 1. Oh. Alright, so the cannon's gonna wipe out a unit. Okay. I think that's it. Alright. Same things last time, same groups.
Okay.
Alright, gentlemen. So you've moved up to the barriers to get a better view of the fight. A lot of the men have reached the barriers themselves, but they're not in any kind of compact, decent formation yet. A lot of the groups are intermixed. And you've got more streaming to the front as you look about you. Soldiers streaming from the tents. As you look ahead, you can see your cannons firing grape shot or canister shot at the approaching line. They've come under fire themselves, and from here it's a bit hard to see how things are going. The cavalry have turned and are facing towards this front center line, and they're firing. Further down the line, you can see lots of troops moving up as.
I'm 40 minutes late, so which ones are my troops again?
For now, I've been commanding the Alma Battalion, the Golden Standard, and the Matters Morris Battalion. You can take over for those.
Around
battalions.
you've got Toluca, Jimenez, Guadalajara are the groups over here. If you look over there, you can see more Toluca, the Golden Standard, Almada's over there,
Okay, we're
Guerreros
all
are
over
over
the
there.
place. Holy shit.
So those are my troops, Almonte's troops, at all the way over there.
We're
Okay.
kind of all mixed together.
Well,
Yeah,
you
Toluca,
guys don't have to stay
Guadalajara.
together. So if you want to head that way and command your troops, you're welcome to. Yeah, if you're changing location, just put it in your orders where you want to head to. Any questions?
Not from me.
All right.
No.
Hello.
Millard. All right, you continue moving up perilously close to the Mexican line. Some of your skirmishers take some canister shot at very close range and are just absolutely mowed down. There's a red spray that goes behind them. It's quite gruesome. Your front line skirmishers are firing back. Some of the Mexicans inside the breastworks are also firing back and forth. It's quite a close range fight already. To the right, the cavalry have kind of turned in and are also firing their carbines towards the Mexican center position. And no firing coming from Burleson's side yet. Your own artillery, kind of over there to the rear, you can see Sam Houston on his horse. They are also firing down into the Mexican position.
Fabulous. Okay, thank you. I have a quick question for you that's got nothing to do with the game.
Okay.
On the Winchester map, how actually high are the Apple Tree Ridge? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head.
So I'm researching it at the same time as we're playing the game.
Oh yeah, you can look on Google Maps and get a pretty good
With
sense.
modern houses, it's really difficult to spot it. But yeah, okay, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello. Just trying to get on top of your horse. Okay, here we go.
Alright, let's see the disaster.
Alright, so you wheel your cavalry left. The front line fires their carbines into the Mexican position. The Mexicans fire back. You can see a devastating canister shot go into Millard's line. With the gathering smoke, it's getting a little bit difficult to see casualties. Yep, that's about it.
Have I taken many casualties?
You've taken none so far. All your men are with you.
Do I think I'm within musket range of those guys on the right?
You are, yep. It's a bit of a, I mean, it's a little long range from here, but yeah, you definitely are.
Alright.
Alright.
James, same question.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to just, Burleson wants to do left oblique properly this time.
Okay.
How far does he get?
I don't know. If they're marching, if they're sliding left while going forward, probably it's like match
Stay
up.
forward. He just said left oblique.
Well, it's a diagonal movement, right? Or is it?
Left oblique, I think, is diagonal, right?
Yeah. So it's sliding left. I think he's trying to get it out of the way of what's his bucket. So something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. McPanzer, you can't see the Mexicans yet. You can help process the written orders of all the Americans. That would help speed up things a lot.
I'll come in and do that. I'll whine later.
Sherman says he'll forward march and then align with the enemy on the left. While I'm guessing he'll just march as far forward as he can without hitting the guy in front of him. Right, yeah, I would assume that's how it works.
Toluca, Guadalajara, Jimenez.
Houston is still shooting at the enemy cannon. Millard wants his whole unit to charge. Yeah, Miller wants his whole unit to charge.
find the game. Here we go. Bad joke today.
Lamar wants to move in and keep shooting. Okay. But yeah,
So who's charging in the cavalry?
the cavalry. No, the cavalry is charging into pistol range and shooting.
Oh,
Millard is charging. Millard is just charging the little fort here with his whole battalion.
Okay, I'm at the table. I cannot see Mexico. I can see where they are by their little steel dots. But tell me how I can help and I'll do that.
well, I think starting on the next turn, you can start.
You can also run dispatches if you want.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
I
That's all.
definitely want.
That's also a thing. Yeah. But yeah, the relevant, like the left flank still isn't shooting. The relevant orders are the cannon still firing counter battery. The horses are the horsemen are firing pistols, and Millard is charging the fort with his whole unit.
So who? Okay, the skirmishers are charging, or Millard's whole line is charging.
He says charge with entire regiment, so I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
everyone.
that's everything. Okay, so don't bring them all the way. Yeah, they'll be about there.
Okay.
Oops. Okay. So they're not firing. They're getting fired upon. They're moving oblique. They're firing down the line. So let me get my dice. All right. So Mexican artillery gets to shoot another. So that's another unit gone. You know what? That's pretty. I'm just gonna blast a hole there. Put a whole bunch of dead where I just made the hole. Alright, I can do it.
I think I've joined so many times I'm unpromoted. Which I'm not complaining about, mind you.
Okay, now their artillery shooting back. And it's gonna do damage here. Now they're shooting carbines at this range.
No, he says handguns.
Oh, the pistols.
Pistols.
Okay, so that's okay. Sure. This is turning into free Kriegspiel because I don't got time. They're shooting back. Yes, they're not shooting because they're charging. They just took a whole bunch of casualties. We'll do a couple more just as they're advancing. They're not getting shot at. Let me check the Mexicans because I don't want to. Oh, they're maintaining fire discipline, so okay. Starting to form up. Okay. So charging in, taking a few casualties, especially from the canister shot. Let the Texian cannons got a good shot on the Mexicans here. These guys are just moving out into wing. There's nobody. Actually, I'm going to throw these guys over here to shoot at them. So they're getting shot at from there. Let's do a roll. Let's see, they need like an 18. Nope. Okay. So they're just getting shot at. No major casualties yet. We'll give them one just to put some fear into them. Let's see. 3 casualties. Alright. think we're good. So next turn we'll have charging and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
go.
go send all the dispatches now.
Yes,
Right.
do it.
Okay.
Alright, I think you guys are all still co-located, right? Nobody wanted to be separated?
I think Manuel wanted to. He mentioned in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go to my units, aka the Aldama Battalion and the Golden Standard. So on the right.
Okay, I'm gonna move you there, and then I'll do yours separately. That's one on Monte. Alright, so let me move you to a different channel. Both of you, and then I'll... okay. Alright, so starting with you guys... Oh wait, hold on. I did the wrong one. Okay. Here we go. So, Castrillon, he was the one who ordered... No, that's a different one. I just moved the wrong guy on the screen. Hold on. Kos, he's the one that ordered... Yeah, these groups to form up. So he's overseeing that. Santa Ana. You guys are together. These guys over there. I'll put them together just to save myself time. Okay, let me share my screen. From the view, Santana on top of his horse. So, you can see the Texian cavalry is charging in. They're firing their pistols. Your men continue to hold the line, but it looks like their infantry is also charging forward, and it may be overrun soon. Kos, you are quickly forming up your men into orderly positions. So the Toluca battalion has formed in the front, with men streaming to form up line. Behind them is the Guadalajara battalion, and over here the Jimenez battalion starting to form up. They've backed up. They've backed off the breastworks, and their officers are quickly putting them into line as ordered. So they're orderable and can actually perform maneuvers. You can see Juan Almonte and Castrillon have walked off over there to try to put some organization to that side, and that's about it.
Where's the Matamoros battalion? Where'd they end up?
Matamoros.
I think it's supposed to
Yeah,
be
I know
one
you
of
ordered
the
it to go behind them. Oh, there's the Matamoros. There's at least...
Oh.
They're over there.
Alright, well, fuck.
Okay. Alright, gentlemen. So I'm doing the two of you together because you're both around here for now anyway. On the right side, let me share screen. Alright, so you've arrived on the right side. There's been no real organization over here so far, just men kind of forming groups and doing what they can. There's a few groups of the Almada battalion that are firing on the advancing Texians to the right. In the center, the cannons continue to fire. Just ahead, you can see a group of men get shot down by a cannonball, and it comes barreling along the ground right by you. Fortunately, it missed you. And then over to the left, the men are firing as well, but not much organization. So you're surrounded. You got the Guerreros, the Golden Standard, the Almada, Matamoros. They're all around, in front and behind, as more men continue to stream from camp.
Where's the Almada and the Golden Standard Battalion?
So Almada is pretty much all around you, and same for the Golden Standard. They're just all around in different groups.
So what are the battalions in front of us at the moment? In the center, left, and right?
So that's Almada, Guerreros, Golden Standard, Matamoros. Okay, I'll look for your orders in your channels. Colonel Millard. Oops. You're a brave man, Colonel Millard.
Should have done it in the second turn.
Alright. Your infantry are charging without firing down on the Mexican position. They are getting shot at as they charge, and some of your men take a canister shot pretty much point blank. It mows a
Yep.
hole straight through your line.
Ouch.
Quite devastating, but your men keep their courage, even as you charge in at the face of being fired upon. Cavalry as well as they're not charging with their sabers, which I don't even know if they have sabers. They're firing their pistols, also moving in with you, but not like charging in. The Mexicans,
Okay.
for the most part, aren't getting that organized. They're mostly just manning the breastworks and more and more streaming in.
Okay. So how do you? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna continue to charge. I'll just stick it in chat.
Okay.
Superb. Thank you.
Alright, can you see? Can you see what I'm sharing? Portal? Hello? I hear like a weird poof sound, but no.
Oh, hello.
Okay, there you go. Alright, your men are moving forward, getting pretty well to close to point blank with the Mexicans, firing your pistols with them firing their rifles back at you. Burleson is also charging in, about to jump over the breastworks, it looks like. To your right, you can see the Mexicans are not firing, but they're forming up.
Oh. I should actually watch the stream. I didn't know you had it open. All right.
Yeah, so that's to your right. That's dead ahead. That's your left. And, yep.
Am I taking lots of casualties at this point?
Not yet, actually. But you might about to be.
If I, with my knowledge, if I drew sabers and attacked, would those infantry on the right reasonably fire at me? Like if I was all mixed in with their friendlies?
If you're mixed in, probably not.
All right. Can you swerve a little to the left one more time? This is kind of a pickle. Alright. I guess I have to do something.
Alright, good luck. Alright, so McPanzer will help do the Mexican movements, or so American, Texian, I'll do the Mexicans.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I think Anik hasn't hit, which is fine and correct.
He what?
What did I do?
Nothing. Oh, he already did move him?
No. I did the left wing moves, but
Oh, yeah. If you can do, or McPanzer, if you can do the right wing, the cavalry, and Millard, and then I'll do Mexico. Because it'll be written on their channel.
Perfect, I can do that.
Miller's just continuing to charge.
Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward.
Lamar hasn't said a thing. Oh, Lamar is currently putting orders in.
He'll definitely make it.
I need, where's Matamoros?
Millard skirmishers were originally part of his unit, right?
Yeah, they were. Alright, Golden Standard.
What does about face mean?
Means turn
Or
around.
180.
Oh, he says okay. So the cavalry just running away, backing off. It's an interesting tactic.
How long have turns been?
See, this Burleson
It's a minute.
order is actually very clever, right? He ordered his left wing to move forward and the right half to oblique.
Ah.
Okay, so Mirabeau just deleted his orders after I processed them. I don't know what to do about that.
Uh,
Okay, he rewrote it, but sillier.
Alright, we'll get a little bit of casualties from that. Alright, so the charging. They're advancing. Is Houston and the cavalry or cannon still firing? Because they're gonna hit their own guys.
Houston wants to keep firing at enemy infantry. He did not specify where. He just
Well,
says fire at
I
enemy infantry.
guess he's got a very small window right there.
There's definitely a chance that he hits his own men. So.
Yeah. Okay. There. So he's. They would have had time to jump like over the defenses, right? So I'm gonna kind of show them.
Yeah, they didn't move very far at all. I can't see the Mexican pieces, so I'm not sure where it's appropriate.
Sure. I'm just gonna show them jumping the defenses to like for hand-to-hand combat. Something like that. Yeah, let them know the artillerymen don't feel. Well, there's that little window right there in front of them. Tell them there's a risk of hitting their own guys now.
Yeah, I'll tell them that there's a big melee going on and that
One, two, three, four.
there isn't exactly a clear line of fire.
So I'm gonna this always turns into Free Creek spill. I don't have time. Alright, tell him he's starting to lose a few men as he charges forward. That would be Sherman.
Yeah, I'll put him behind his line so I don't pick them up by accident.
And then these guys, I need to do the Mexicans. Toluca, they're forming up. I need to read their orders. Go to back. Castrillon and Almonte. Okay. And Cos. Fix bayonets. Oh. I'll form up a little bit more. Fix bayonets forward over the breastworks. paused. Well, we're having a date dinner, right? Yeah. So steak and bubbly. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I think that's all we're gonna do. Okay. So the cavalry pulled off. Let the cavalry. Oh no, I got the cavalry. Never mind.
All right. Okay. We go for a new turn. Okay. You've
Yeah,
still
new
on.
turn. So they're starting to form in the center. The ones over here are advancing, half formed. That's all right. All right, gentlemen. So Santana, if I understand right, Santana, you wanted to come over to where Almonte and Castrillon are.
Yes, that is correct.
So Castrillon is quickly forming up the Guerrero battalion. Looks like the Matamoros battalion is forming as well. Almonte over here is forming up the Golden Standard.
Okay.
As you look to the fight, the Texians are kind of advancing on your flank there. The Almada battalion, not in any kind of formation, kind of skirmish formation, but they're firing at them as they're advancing, but not slowing it. But directly ahead of you, the Texians have swarmed the breastworks and are fighting hand to hand
No.
with those men that are there. They've already overrun the artillery and slaughtered the artillerymen. If there's good news, if there is any, is the cavalry have pulled back and are riding away. The men of the Guerrero battalion cheer as they fire at them as they shoot away. And you can see over to your left, Kos is advancing with his battalions, half formed or not at full strength, but he's advancing with what he has, and they are marching with bayonets fixed forward.
Okay.
Castrion, you should just charge them right now before they break our defenses any further.
Yeah, who's right behind us? Castria.
Castrillon's here with
these-
you, right?
Right, with the Guerreros. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we send the Guerreros right in, counterattack, see if we can retake the breastworks. If not, they can. DeCoste told me before I left that he intends to flank the enemy. Since he didn't think the cavalry was going, since he thought the cavalry was going to stay put. I might run back over there and tell him that the cavalry have buggered, well, not buggered off, but have withdrawn a little bit, and just to see if he has any.
All right.
Hello.
Let's see. Oh, Vicente, you can go with since you're the 2IC to Santana, you can go over there if you want.
Guess I might go over there after this update, to
Sure.
be fair.
Okay. We'll just say you're with Kos at the moment. Let me share my screen. All right, Kos, you've ordered your men to fix bayonets and advance. Your regiments or battalions are still half formed. A lot of men are still running to catch up, or you just don't know where they are. But right behind you, the Toluca battalion has crossed over the breastworks. Behind them, Guadalajara is advancing, and on the left, the Jimenez is advancing. As you look ahead, the cavalry have turned and are riding away. You can hear the guerreros cheering as they chase them off. But as you look over here, you can see some of the other generals are trying to quickly form lines, and it looks like the Texians have swarmed the breastworks and the artillery or the cannon, El Volcan.
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
All right, thank you. Oof.
Hello.
I don't know where you went. Where'd you go? Oh, did you want to charge in with your men?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, then you are charged.
Let's see what the damage is.
It's a bit hard to represent melee combat
Indeed.
with these units, but let me share my screen. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. So your men have swarmed the breastworks. I'd say your first line, maybe half, have reached the other side, are engaged to hand-to-hand combat with the Mexicans. You've reached the one Mexican gun and either killed or ran off the artillerymen who were manning it, even though it looks like they're standing there perfectly calm. They are not. You can, now that you're on the other side, you can see the Mexican officers hastily trying to form some lines, and even standing not more than 20 feet from you is Santana himself, looking at you with a little bit of fear and trepidation in his eyes. As you look to the right, your cavalrymen have ridden off, and some of your men have noticed as well and are a bit concerned. And you can see a line of Mexican infantry advancing, crossing their own breastworks and pushing that way.
Okay. Let's definitely try and kill Santana then.
All right.
That's most definitely on the cards if he's right there.
Put it in your orders.
I shall do.
Let's see.
Oh.
Hello. All right. Just trying to get the right viewpoint. All right. You give the order, and your men wheel about and ride away from the fight. You can hear some of the Mexicans cheering as you go. They take a few shots, and you do unfortunately lose a few cavalrymen in the firing. As you take a glance behind you, you can see Millard's men have swarmed the breastworks and are fighting in hand-to-hand combat there. And as you look towards the Mexican camp, what would be south of you, you can see the Mexican line advancing towards you, marching in organized fashion.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay. All right.
Houston's running up the gun.
What does Sam Houston want? Oh, Houston's just
He wants
moving forward. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's gonna limber up the guns before.
So we'll give him a small distance. Quick question, James.
Yep.
Sherman wants. It looks like what Sherman wants to do is he wants his men to fire a volley and then immediately charge.
Who wants this?
Sherman. He wants him to fire a. It looks like he wants him to fire a volley and then immediately charge.
Okay, so I think they're in range. They're charging straight ahead.
I'm guessing they're charging whatever's in sight. He did not mention. He just said battalion charge.
Okay, we'll do that.
I mean, Burleson just marched at the double ahead, so now he's just like hanging out here.
All right. I don't think. Well, let's see what all the Mexicans do. Golden Standard. Form up. Half wheel right and march.
Left about wheel.
Half
march.
wheel right. Which I think is the same thing as.
What's a left about wheel?
Like this way. So you end up you're turning around, but you're turning to your left. You end up like a formation's width that way.
Okay, so he's just going back in. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Why not?
he's just-
Why not? He's just going back in. He's gonna get shot to pieces next turn, but um,
So I'm gonna put smoke for where they fired.
like this cavalry does not look good. They're gonna get shot at by half of the Mexican army.
Let's see, and that's Cole. Let's see. Fixed bait. Oh, he hadn't put in orders yet. That smoke's
Oh, the enemy's the enemy left. Okay.
So these guys are breaking. If Anakazan, if you can make the here, I'm gonna kill half of them. Take the Mexican melee line and
Yep.
change it to skirmish formation, and then show it running to the rear.
Okay.
And then Millard, I think, is just charging forward, right?
No, he's got 3-part orders.
Oh my gosh.
Miller wants to secure this zone. I don't think he didn't
Fire
order
by volley. Oh, okay. Well, so Castrillon is charging him with his. So, and we're gonna have them battling each other.
on this side of where Sherman hit the Mexicans. Did they also like run away, or are they like retreating?
So they are retreating. They didn't even stand to like take any better charge. They just started running. But these guys are marching forward in a bit more organized fashion.
Gotcha.
And then Coles is still writing. I need his orders. Oh, Santa Ana. Oh, he wants to go to. Okay. I'm just gonna have these guys form up a little bit. He's gonna lose control of at least the right half of his thing because they're just gonna chase after the fleeing Mexicans. Is he gonna turn or is he just gonna march right into the woods? What's Burleson doing?
Well, he ordered. His order was both flanks, which means both half of his unit double march.
Oh,
he did not. He did not say to turn.
All right, well, you gotta follow orders.
He's just at the edge of the woods now.
All right, I got it. What's Coast writing? Coast, Toluca Jimenez forward march until line with. Okay, Guadalajara. Wait, why is he adding? Oh shoot. Toluca right wheel until oriented towards the Texans. Oh, that's a bad idea. So he's right reeling right when the cavalry's coming at him. Oh no. That's like the worst. Oh well, it is what happened. Guadalajara march form. What? Form to Jimenez's left and face front. That's confusing. Jimenez. So they're marching forward.
How is happening? Jesus.
And then Guadalajara. So they're gonna go to the left, I guess. They're just gonna be confused. They said to go left. I think he meant right, but yeah, that's going to be pretty devastating. All right, I think we did a turn. Any questions on what happened?
No, I'm good.
Be here hoping for dispatches.
All right, I really should separate you two, but just to save time, I'm not gonna. All right, we'll start with Castrillon. So actually we'll start with Almonte. It's a bit easier. So Almonte has ordered his golden standard to wheel right and march forward, which they are doing. The Texians have charged, and the Almada battalion don't even stand to take or to fight in melee. They throw down their guns and start to flee to the rear. Your own men are advancing, though, straight into the Texian charge, which is close at hand. Yep, that's about all you can see. Castrillon has a similar issue where the men at the breastworks are turning and fleeing. Santana himself goes back to Kos over there to the left, but Castrillon leads a charge into the Texian forces, and he is now battling with Millard himself in hand-to-hand combat directly. Only one can survive. So you guys are trying to retake the breastworks, and we'll see how successful you are. And I think that's about it. Any questions?
So I went to the right flank, right, and I covered it.
Yeah, you're on the right flank. You got your golden standard chart marching towards the charging Texians. Alright, I'm gonna go get the other group.
In the war first.
Alright. Yeah. So, let me share my screen. So Kos issues his orders to the various battalions. The Toluca battalion starts to wheel right to face the fighting at the breastworks. Santana has ridden over to join you, and you can see the Matamoros battalion's kind of forming on its own a little bit, and Castrillon has ordered a counter-charge into the breastworks to retake them. It's a bit of a swirling melee, a little bit difficult to see. But a little bit of bad news on your side. The cavalry has turned around and are now charging in exactly on your flank as you wheel right. So that's a bit concerning. And then the men of Guadalajara, you ordered them to get onto the left of Jimenez, and so I was a little bit confused, so they're kind of breaking formation as they try to get on the other side of Jimenez. Jimenez, for their part, are advancing as ordered, and they're kind of on the flank of the cavalry, but that's the situation over here.
Okay.
All right.
Wait. Yeah, I think I see what's going on. That's the breastworks. Can you look back over at the cavalry for a second, specifically off on their left, so I can see what's the battalion behind them again? Jimenez?
That's Jimenez over there.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I have no further questions. If any of you...
Alright. Captain Millard. Exciting turn.
You had to kill the big man. That's the question.
You did not kill the big man. The big man, he ran off with his horse.
Graceful.
The Mexican battalion has countercharged your men. So first of all, the men that were manning the breastworks basically have all turned and fled. But there was a line formed of this Guerrero battalion of Mexicans, which are, now that I see, they're quite quite tall men.
Yeah.
They're like grenadiers over here. I didn't resize everything quite right, but anyway, they countercharge you and your men, and so there's a lot of melee fighting as they try to retake the breastworks. You yourself are battling directly with General Castrillon with hand-to-hand combat. And then from your position, you really can't see much else of what's going on in the battle.
No.
It's a bit crazy. So,
Okay. Just keep on battling. Do
yeah.
I have a pistol?
You probably do have. Yeah, there's a pistol right there. You got a nice side holster.
Yeah. Then shoot him.
All right, we'll see. We'll see who survives.
Right.
Unfortunately, you yell out the order to fire, but it's drowned out by the firing, and then the countercharge kind of prevents anything. It's pretty much every man for himself at this point.
To be fair, I'm assuming it's going to be a mass brawl, yeah. Skirmish and see who comes out on top.
Yep.
Grand.
All right. All right, Captain Lamar. So, you turn your horse and horsemen around.
Oh!
And ride back in, and the Mexicans are moving forward, performing a maneuver, and they've turned their flank towards you. So they're marching that way. You're arriving directly on their flank, and then on your right, this battalion's kind of devolved into disorganization, even as you've not even done anything. And these guys, a little bit more organized, just marching straight forward, straight towards you.
What in the world is going on?
To the left, it's a little bit crazy, but just the big mass melee over there. It's hard to tell much of what's going on.
Are those guys? So I see the Mexicans directly in front of me. Those guys that are kind of facing me, are those Americans or Mexicans?
These
that
guys?
Are kind of further. Yeah.
Those are Mexicans right there.
This is not good. It's kind of good. I don't know if it's good or not, actually. Would I feel it to be suicide to take out my saber and attack the flank?
I mean, in terms of cavalry charges, this is about as beautiful as it gets because they got their side and rear to you, so.
I guess I have to go for it to give them more time. Alright.
Alright, good luck. Alright, let's.
Love ARP's orders. Pull out pistol and shoot ugly man in front of you.
Oh yeah. Alright. Let's start with the fun one. So we're gonna give Fox and ARP even odds to kill each other. Whoever gets the higher
Can I roll one of them for some misplaced sense of relevance?
Yeah, sure. So you're ARP, you're blue, I'll do Fox as red. Whoever gets higher wins.
ARP got an 18.
Oh, alright. Fox dies.
Oh.
And with that, his men start to crumble. Let's do all the orders and then we'll see what happens.
So Sherman gave an interesting order.
Yeah.
He's basically ordered his whole unit to simply charge whatever enemy is closest. So basically, there's this like train of infantry that's formed,
They're
right?
Just
because
charging. All right.
They're just charging whatever's in closest. So this train is
And then
essentially this train
Burleson's
behind.
wheeled right, I see, successfully.
Burleson wheeled and then started his slow march forward.
And the artillery aren't firing anymore, I hope. Oh, they're moving up.
Houston limber to the front. He wants to limber and then move towards the friendly artillery. So he's gonna move like in this direction, I guess. Oh yeah, so he's gonna like slowly come this way. The cavalry is just charging into the enemy flank as they should be.
Alright, Almonte, Golden Standard, fire by file. Fixed bayonets in charge. I just got rid of all my smoke, didn't I? Here we go. Alright, so these guys are getting behind them. They're running. If you... Yeah, we'll just do that. Help me get all the runners back there.
Are these runners or are these just like
No,
in formation?
they're holding. They may actually... They're with the Guerreros. They'd probably join in this melee fight here, actually. So, okay, they're firing by file and then charging. So, we'll see. They're taking.
Alright, so those just charge into each other essentially, yeah.
Yeah, so they're something like that. Oh, he's leading the charge personally. Excellent. So let's just show them next to each other. They're battling now. The Texians definitely have the weight of it.
It's just like again this string of Texans trying to
Alright, and
trying
then
to get into the
Close
fight.
is not writing orders. I need his orders. Hold on.
Lay down.
Close,
Yeah, no.
are
no,
you gonna
they're
give
not gonna
orders?
be.
Are you gonna write anything for orders? Oh, there
Yeah,
they
we
are.
did.
I see him. Okay, thank you. Alright, Toluca, charge bayonets, form square. It's too late for that. Guadalajara, form to the right of Jimenez. Fire into the... Okay, so... Here's what... Okay, what's Lamar doing?
Lamar is just charging straight into these guys.
Okay, so these guys, basically, they're gonna break immediately. Because cavalry charging in the flank and rear, not something you... If you'll help me break them up,
Yep.
and get them running.
Oh, they're all breaking. Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. We will have... These guys will form up. And at least fire into their flank as they're... José. Jimenez. Fire at will. Okay, so from where they're at, fire at will. So cavalry's charging in. Broke the 1 battalion. What's Santana doing? Ooh, Santana's gonna... We'll have another commander on commander battle. Yeah, I'm hardly rolling because it's all... My rules don't fit these scenarios very well. Alright, so they're melee battling, holding. They're melee battling, holding, although what's his bucket just died, so they're probably gonna break soon. And then Matamoros doesn't have orders. We'll just let them stand and we'll see. Alright, I think we did it.
All right. Cool. Okay, new turn's good.
New turn.
Okay.
Alright. Starting with Juan Almonte. Actually, I am going to separate you guys this time because you're pretty separated. I'll get you next. Hold on. Alright, General Almonte. Nope, I'm not ready to share. So you bravely lead the charge. Your men fire a volley, then charge in. The Texians charge in as well, and you're now engaged in hand-to-hand combat. You've got your bayonets. A lot of them have hatchets and knives, bowie knives. As you look to the right, you can see more Texians have wheeled about and are marching in on your flank. You stab your sword through one of the Texians, and he lets out a yell. To your left, you can see Castrillon's men are battling at the breastworks. Some of the Texians have gotten around, and then lots of fighting going over that way. You're not sure what's happening. Some of the men are already breaking, but yours are still with you for now. Alright.
I can send dispatch.
Not now. You're in the middle of a melee fight, so. Yeah.
Okay.
General Castrillon. So, you battle hand-to-hand combat with Captain Millard of the Texians. At first you battle with your sabers, and then he cowardly pulls out his pistol and shoots you in the gut. And you double over and fall to the ground. The men nearby rush to grab you and pull you to the rear. And it all goes black for you. You can't really see much else. So that's about it for you.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. All right.
It's a shit show.
Not great news. The Texian cavalry charges in on your flank and rear, and your men almost immediately break and run. At least those of the
Naturally.
Toluca battalion. Captain Lamar charges forward and is now dueling with Santana himself.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
Pardon my language. Sorry. Are you on stream?
Captain General Kos is there with him, fighting at his side. As you look to the left, you can see at least the Jimenez and Guadalajara battalion got a shot off and may have killed a few cavalry. It's hard to tell. But it's not looking great as your men are fleeing to the rear. You steal a glance to your own rear. You can see Castrillon's men still fighting at the breastworks, and it looks like El Monte is fighting over on the far right flank as well. A lot of men are fleeing into the camp in marshes beyond.
What's that force right behind us that's formed up? That's the Mata.
The Matamoros battalion they got a few men formed up and have not yet engaged yet. No one's given them any orders.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello.
All right, General Millard. Oops.
I'm not dead yet.
Or Captain Millard.
Or am I?
Not a general yet. So you.
Soon to be General Millard. That's what you're saying after this
That's
charge.
what I'm saying. So you battle hand-to-hand combat with Castrillon. First with your sabers, and then in a moment of his distraction, you pull out your pistol and shoot him in the gut. And he doubles over. His men rush to pull him back to safety, but you can see the light leaving from his eyes even as it happens. Your men continue to battle on all sides of you, but news quickly spreads of Castrillon's demise.
Well, I feel bad now.
You should.
Yeah. Up close and personal. That's not good.
All right.
Glad I don't have to do it in real life.
Yeah, seriously. All right.
Okay, thank you. So just around me, how do I get a sense of how many men I've still got with me or left, or just too close combat?
Really hard to tell.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Grant, okay. Thank you.
Yep. All right, Captain Lamar. You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You give the order to charge, and your men do so. The Mexican line that was directly in front of you almost immediately breaks and turns and runs. Your men give chase after them. The Mexican soldiers on the right do fire a volley and probably kill a few of your men that were close by. But as you chase, you can see Santana himself and directly in front of you, standing and fighting to try and yelling for his men to stop running. A chance for you to grab the Mexican president and general himself.
Like, is he captured historically in this battle?
Yeah, he is.
Ooh. And all those men are running away in front of me, right?
They are.
All right, well let's get him.
All right.
Burleson wants to know, is there an order to move forward in a diagonal? I am not sure.
The diagonal?
I don't know what he means.
Should be.
Move forward in a diagonal.
So these guys are all just running. These guys are breaking.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to answer his question, but yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do. Move forward like at an angle, or does he like mean at an angle, or does he mean?
Well, tell him. I mean, he can turn. He can do a half wheel to turn 45 degrees and then forward march after that.
Houston is just moving forward. Cool. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Let's read some orders. Matamoros wheel to your left and fire. Alright, let's do another roll. Will Santa... Oh. Who wants to roll for Santana?
I have to do it last time. Anik hasn't should get to.
Alright, Anik-san. What color you want to be?
Wait, which? Santa Ana, red, right? Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Mexico's red.
Alright.
That's pretty high.
Alright. He won. So he managed to kill or injure Lamar. Let's see, that'll buy the Mexicans a bit of time. So Lamar's dead. I flip him over. There we go. And his men will pull back, I think.
Lamar's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's like, look at your watch. Yeah, close enough. He's dead.
Half wheel left march? Okay. That's... I mean, it does work, but I just don't know if... So he managed to... So what, he's marching his men into the... He's basically marched into the Mexican camp. Alright, I guess he can do that.
I think Almonte's about to get surrounded and...
Oh no. Wilson is spawn camping. He saw that the Mexicans come out of these tents, so he's gonna go wait at the
He just went. He's just marching right into the tents.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, I
know.
guess. Okay. Uh, well, Almonte is not in good shape.
Yeah, he's surrounded. So they broke. It makes it a bit more interesting anyway. So Almonte's surrounded. Castrillon's dead. But they did kill Lamar, and so at least on the Mexican left, they have a small chance of. There's a little bit more room for some maneuvers and stuff. So. All right. So in the center, Castrillon's men have broken. The cavalry have broken with Lamar's death, and Golden Standard are surrounded with El Monte, and then Burleson's sweeping through the camp, I guess. All right, next round.
Okay.
Oh, did Castrillon actually die? So you can't talk to anyone. If you want, since you're dead, you can switch back to your phone, and I'll put you with Santana, and you can at least just chat with them to have something to do. So I couldn't remember if Castrillon died or not. That's kind of funny. All right, I'll put you with them. All right, General Monte. You and your men continue to fight bravely as the Texians battle with you. As you continue in hand-to-hand combat, the mass of Texians swirl around your own men and are now in your rear. You are basically completely surrounded, and some of your men are starting to raise their hands and surrender and dropping their guns. That's about it. Oh, and to your left, you caught glimpses of Castrillon's men running to the rear. Looks like they've been broken. You can see Texians fleeing. They're running past you on the left. All right.
Okay, I'll give orders.
Thank you. I forgot to hide my dice. All right, who else we got?
That's why you're my advisor now, I see.
Yep.
Well, we're about to join you because I just ordered my men to fire at my own ass, so...
And mine.
Yeah.
Well,
And DeCos's, yes.
word has reached you that Castrillon has fallen.
Well.
Really? What a shame.
That
And
coward
we have
killer.
There is some good news.
Holy shit, we're alive.
So
They're not dead!
you and Lamar
Sorry.
battle, and you do manage to kill him and his
Oh
horse.
my god. Oh my god.
And at that, the cavalrymen, oh, they're facing the wrong way. The cavalrymen turn and flee, which is good news. The Guadalajara and Jimenez battalions fire on
Finally,
them
there we
as they
go.
go. That's about all for the good news. As you look to the rear, you can see Castrillon's
Oh.
men have broken and are fleeing, with the Texians giving chase. The Matamoros battalion has turned and fired a shot at the fleeing cavalry. To
And
the
did he kill
right,
us?
you can see Sam Houston himself bringing the artillery over.
Oh.
And there's no sign of Almonte. You don't know where he's at.
Okay.
I have been avenged.
Oh, good.
All right. I think that's it.
Hello.
Captain Millard. As news of Castrillon's death spreads, the men of the Guerrero Battalion start to break and run. Your own Texians give chase, and you're now chasing them into their own camp. As you look to the left, you can see it looks like, I think it's Burleson's men have surrounded a group of Mexicans and are slowly cutting them down or getting them to surrender. As you look to the right, there's still a fair amount of firing going on in that way, and you can see Lamar's cavalry fleeing the field. It looks like they don't look very organized anymore, and in fact, you don't see Lamar at all with them. To the rear, you can see Sam Houston moving up with the artillery guns over to your right, and that's about it.
Okay, grand. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right, Captain Lamar. I got bad news. You battle General Santana himself and General Perfecto de Cos, and unfortunately come out on the bad end of the fight. Santana runs you through with his saber, and you fall off your horse. Hold on, I think Discord just reset. Alright, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, as the light leads your eyes, your men turn and run as they're getting fired upon from all directions. And that's about it for you. So I'm going to put you with Houston just as an advisor or whatever. And that's about it.
All right.
All right. So cavalry's pretty much gonna run.
There's two different Texan commanders offering a bounty for Santa Ana.
Sherman's also decided to order half of his units to loot the enemy camp.
Oh, really?
They're about to go forward.
Greedy Texans.
Okay. Forward march.
So Millard.
Sheesh.
Form. Fire into the nearest group of Mexicans. So some are running. Millard's grabbing these guys. Oh, McPanzer, the third point on Miller's thing is a dispatch. Oops.
Sorry, I did not recognize that.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but as I read through it, Alright, so I need to read the Mexican orders. Guadalajara, wheel right. March. Jimenez form to cover their left flank. Toluca, come back, please. That's funny. And nobody, did anyone give orders to Matamoros? Oh, about face, yeah, okay.
Sam Houston is going to keep wheeling his guns to the front.
form to cover their flank. It's not really giving orders, but at this point I don't. Toluca's gone. That's funny. They really they have devolved into just ransacking the camp, which they would. That's very historical. All right, let's go back to actually rolling dice. So they are shooting at them. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got about the same. So they'll take off one of them with some casualties.
Yeah, how much longer can Juan Almonte last? He is currently surrounded.
Oh yeah, his whole thing's surrendered. What are his orders? Orders: shame to those who raise their hands like they've given up. I'll cut you down myself. Fight with me to your last breath. All right, so we'll give him a cinematic fight. So we'll put him in the middle of his men. Those brave who stay with him, fighting to the last. If you want to help me move him around in a circle, we'll let him fight to his last breath if that's what he wants. McPanzer, if you want to turn around the dead so they're not all facing the same direction, it's aesthetically pleasing.
Love to. Yes, I will play with the dead bodies. You guys go do the real work.
Please do, please do. Alright, I think we're done. Alright, I'm going down. Alright, Mr. Almonte. So you yell out your brave words to your men. Some of them have already surrendered, some have stopped. They form a line, or not a line, kind of a circle around you, and those who are bravest are fighting to the last man. They try to keep you alive, and they're just battling against the Texians to the last. As you look, you can see more and more men fleeing into the camp, into the marshes beyond. It looks like some of the Texians over there raiding the camp now. And there's more shooting and fighting over there, but you really can't tell what's going on. And
So we're surrounded on all sides, fighting to the last man.
that is what you were doing.
Good, keep doing that.
Okay.
Glorious umpires here.
I have
Ah,
arrived.
Lord,
See
Lord,
who else
umpire.
is dead.
Alright. So, the Matamoros battalion, those that are there, have wheeled about and are exchanging fire with the Texians. Some of the Texians have stopped chasing Castrillon's men and have formed up and are firing back. Your Guadalajara battalion is wheeling right and moving up to join that fight. On the forward left, you can see the Texian guns are very, very close. And then the Jimenez battalion's moving up to try and get on Guadalajara's left. The cavalry continues to flee away. And there's a lot of fighting going over there where you do recognize some of the uniforms of the Golden Standard. But you don't really catch any sight of Juan Almonte over there.
How's the Matamoros doing? They're the ones right in front of you.
I mean, they're firing regularly. They're holding the line, those few brave souls. So,
Oh, God. Okay, thank you.
alright, you're welcome.
Am I allowed to try to find the Lancers?
Or does he have to stay with me?
I
Joystick.
mean, I'll just tell you, they can't saddle up and get over here in time, so they're not going to get here.
Okay.
Oh, joy. No epic cavalry saving the day. All right.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So you yell for your men to stop chasing the fleeing Mexicans. Some pay you heed. Those closest to you. The rest either can't hear you or don't care. They're chasing them off into their camp. But you have a good group nearby that have reformed at your order, with some behind coming up as well, and they've started firing at the Mexican line right in front of you. It's wheeled about. Um, Not very far away from them, you can see Santana and Perfecto de Cos ordering some more troops to wheel about and come and fire on you. A little over, you can see Sam Houston over there with the guns on your right, and it looks like Burleson's battling something over there, and then it's a big confused mess. But men seem to be raiding the Mexican camp at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's the situation.
Grand, thanks a lot.
Yep. I actually finished before Anna Kazan this time. I think Portal left after he died. That's alright.
I don't blame it.
No, it's not as much fun to stick around once you're dead.
Yeah, or the pieces don't load. Just hypothetically.
I don't know if Houston's ordering anything for the cavalry, but I think they'll I guess reform over the hill, but probably not factor into the battle anymore. They weren't in the main battle. They were ordered to keep them from running away off to the right, but they weren't part of the main fight, so they actually did more than they did historically. Is Houston going to start firing his guns? Because he should.
He has not written anything yet. Danik hasn't in there with him right now.
Oh, okay, that's probably why. Let's see. Burleson, fire by battalion. Forward march. Who's Burleson? Where's Burleson? Oh, there he is.
The far left.
Fire by battalion, ready aim. Okay, so I guess he's just shooting at all the fleeing guys.
He's about to get shot up. Yeah, Burleson's just shooting. Sherman's okay. Sherman's doing whatever he was doing before.
Continue melee. Yeah. Okay. Millard, call a halt to the attack, reform, reorganize, form a new line, fire on enemy if time. Pretty close combat. And these guys are just getting chased. One big miss. Okay. Oops. What was that? Alright, and then Kos's orders are not written. Santana is going to Matamoros to organize a volley to give impression of not being in total disarray. Oh, is Houston firing the guns?
Houston's firing the guns into the enemy infantry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think once that happens, they're not going to stand long. Let's see what Kos orders. In the meantime, I'll just straighten up some lines. So Amonte will be, I think he's fighting until he dies, so he'll be dead, and the rest of his men captured.
Yeah, Monte's dead.
Let's see.
Oh, there goes that
Coles,
guy.
I need orders from Coles. Come on. I assume these guys are just gonna fire where they're at. And these guys are probably 2 left mokes of Guadalajara charge. Oh, they're trying to charge the cannon. And then they're gonna take a face full of canister. 2 remaining Guadalajara fired by battalion. Jimenez fill the gap left by the charging. I guess we'll have him come over. And then watch for the cavalry. Toluca, come back, please. Alright, well, these guys, they're just going to get mowed down by the canister and run. So there's that. We'll roll for this. Let's see. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Close range, so that's 2 more, which I had been forgetting to do. So that's 1, 2 hit, and then they're firing back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 1 hit. So Matamoros, they're gonna break. And Santano's just going over there. Let's roll for injuries. What odds should we give?
Santa Ana.
Yeah, and Millard.
1 in 4.
Sure. Alright, so 5 or less, and they are injured or dead. Okay, Millard's injured. Has to be brought to the rear. Santa Ana stands tall, even as men flee around him. Where's Kos? Where'd Kos go? Oh, there he is. Okay. I think we'll do one more turn, because I think the rest of the Mexican line's about to run. But, okay.
All right.
One more turn,
Okay.
and then we'll yep. Can you hear me, Chinleaf?
That's not a good sign.
I think we lost, guys.
Hey,
you
don't
talking
be a
about?
defeatist. Don't be a defeatist. We can win. It's winnable. We've already won, in fact.
Oh, have we? Why is Almonte here?
Oh, you know what?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we did not take those guns.
I see routing Guadalajarans. That's not a good sign.
Is this GG?
It's not over yet.
Okay.
Alright. So Santana gets closer to the Matamoros battalion.
In time for them to run
just
away.
in time for them to run away. They take a volley from the Texians, and it's enough to make them run. From over there, you can see Juan Almonte fall as the Texians surround and kill him.
Almonte.
The Texians are raiding your camp and firing on the fleeing troops over there.
Of which there are many.
To the left, at least Cos's Guadalajara battalion still maintaining order. He sends 2 groups of about 16 men forward into the guns, and unfortunately the guns fire canister shot as they're like 30 feet away, and it just absolutely obliterates a bunch of them. The rest turn and run, and the Texians are holding their line. The only good news, I guess if there is some, is that you see Captain Millard, the Texian leader, directly in front of you get injured and pulled to the rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna win so many medals.
Fuck. Pardon my language again. Yeah, I think we have an adequate picture of what's going on.
Alright.
Bugger, I forgot to put my flipping press enter for my orders.
All right. Your more men form onto your line, extending it some and firing into the enemy. As you're forming it up and leading the men, aimed or random musket ball hits you in the leg and downs you. You're not dead yet, but your men have to pull you to the rear. Even as they're doing so, though, you can see one of the Mexican battalions in front of you breaks and flees into the camp, the one that was more on the left. And you can hear the twin sisters firing into the Mexican line, and with devastating effect, and gives you and the men near you courage.
Marvelous. Time to break out the tourniquet then.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what they order. Oh, you just delete everyone here?
Did you say?
Oh, I think Anagazan deleted some of them. I would have left them because they'd been captured. Let's see, that was the golden standard. Let me put some of them as prisoners here. Did you see the new map that Gobbler made?
No, I didn't.
It can go 36 feet diameter, so you can get outside the sphere, the skybox sphere, and it doesn't have that stupid barrier thing that that prevents you from going beyond the edge of the map. So I'm going to be able to make really big maps with it. I'm excited. Like twice as big as what this one is.
I need to pick your brain about making maps one day. I just had a terrible time in Holland, and I think I did a bad job.
Oh, okay. In which map?
The module for the 1799 game.
Oh. I haven't looked. I looked a little bit at the map, but I haven't looked at it super detailed.
The map is good. The module is bad.
Oh.
Just do what I do. Run games on Google Slides.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Alright. Jimenez will write.
I'm excited for your Korea game.
One thing is I found is it's hard to surprise players, right? When they can just Google the battle, it's you can't really surprise. You can't really you can't really surprise them.
You have to make it look like something else entirely if you want to surprise them.
What Lafondios does, he names it the Battle of Zergenflop or whatever.
Well, yeah, and he turns the map around 190 degrees and. Alright, so their camp's being overrun.
Yeah, I mean, Sherman and Burleson are just disengaged from the battle and are just looting camps.
These guys are getting canister shot in the face. For good measure, we're just going to have the cavalry come back and scare them off. So we'll have these guys starting to break. If you want to help me break these guys.
Oh, these guys?
I should have made it. I should have made the Confederate pieces so they could do the same thing, so it's easier to show order and disorder. I'll do that next time. Don't have to go that far back, just a little bit. Okay. I think that's a good stopping point. Let's go ahead and bring everyone into the lobby.
Martin.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's over.
I like to know I got a head start.
I like Shimura. Damn.
Or a coward.
All right. Well done, everyone. So per usual, I'm going to give an overview of the battle and then let the other umpires share their piece, and then each player will have a turn to relate their experience and how it went. So first of all, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks to Anna Kazan and McPanzer for helping umpire. It was fun. These 3D battles are always extra chaotic, and I feel bad for everyone that died, but thanks for being good sports, those of you that didn't make it to the end. So let me share my screen.
It was historical.
It was historical. Lots
It was
of
meant to be.
So, so I'm surprised. The Mexican team seemed surprised by how we started. I think they didn't look up the battle, or which is fine. It's good. I'm glad you're surprised because that's how the Mexicans were. So historically, the Mexicans expected an attack all day, and then when it didn't come, they went. Santa Anna gave the orders to rest because the men were tired. They'd been up all night constructing breastworks. Cosa's forces had spent the night and previous day marching, so they're all very, very tired. They needed sleep, and so he thought the battle wasn't going to happen today, and so just ordered them to go rest. So they were all in camp, and he hadn't even really posted sentries, which was super dumb. He also put the camp against the advice of his other generals. He put it like within a mile of the Texian camp, right next to a marsh and a lake, and so like just a very vulnerable position, and then didn't post sentries, and so basically the Texians caught him completely by surprise. They were able to form up, not too different from how the Texians formed up, kind of 3 main infantry groups or regiments. The cavalry weren't used in the battle as much as they did today. They were ordered to go kind of more over here and block off the Mexicans from escaping. And then basically the battle itself, the Mexicans never had a chance to really organize or form up. In our battle, they did have more of a chance, but it still proved not to be quite enough. But basically they just got overrun from the get-go, couldn't have a chance, completely caught by surprise, and then they were just broke into a general rout and got caught trying to escape in the marshes here south of their camp. In this fight, we had Millard on the right, and then Burleson and Sherman, and then the cavalry over here under Lamar with the guns in the middle, the twin sisters. The Texians advanced without firing pretty much, and Millard charged the breastworks. And then Burleson and Sherman kind of came here on the left, and Sherman came way right. He came over here and then turned right. The Mexican commanders all kind of started over here, and they had the numbers, but it really didn't matter because they had the disadvantage of having to form their groups first and then fight. And so, as it was historically, it's quite difficult for them to get anything organized and have anything happen. But eventually Almonte came over here and formed a kind of a defense with his Golden Battalion here. Castrillon formed some men up in the middle and countercharged Miller here at the breastworks. Him and Millard fought hand to hand, and unfortunately Castrillon died by Millard, and then after that his men broke. On the right, Kos had more time to form his men, so he was able to form something of 3 battalions. And then I think one of the missed opportunities, or maybe mistakes, is he ordered them beyond the breastworks, and then when Lamar's cavalry fell back, he ordered them to start to wheel, and unfortunately it put his line like this just as Lamar turned around and charged in right on his flank and rear, which was just really poor timing and bad luck on his side. And so it routed one of his battalions almost instantly. And then after Castrillon had gone, Millard had reformed his line, and Houston had brought the guns over. And so between the two of those, that was enough to break the Matamoros and the I forget who this is now, the Guadalajara battalion. And so basically only Jimenez is standing at the moment, but they're about to get chased down and break themselves. I think the Mexicans had a tough fight. It would have been very... It was not in your favor to win, so don't feel bad about losing. Just opportunities. I think it took them a little bit longer to figure out how to start organizing and kind of, rather than staying all together around the camp, to start separating and finding men to form up. And then I think if Cos had kept his men at the breastworks, they never would have gotten the cavalry to charge in on them as they did. And they would have, with those added defenses, they may have made a line strong enough to repel. Millard, after he won against Castrillon here, they may have actually been able to mount a resistance well enough to countercharge. Although even as I say that, I don't think so, because we've got Sherman over here. He's just pushing through the camp and running over all the fleeing men, and eventually he'd arrive on the flank. So pretty tough situation for the Mexicans, and that's by design because of how the battle was historically. So thank you for
What happened to Juan Almonte?
So Almonte over here made a brave last stand. He got surrounded by Burleson on all sides and fought to the death here. And then I guess one claim to fame also I missed. So Lamar fought Santana directly, and Santana managed to kill Lamar, the cavalry commander,
somehow,
and routed his men. So Santana did survive, but as he fled, he was caught, as he was historically, and so the Texians will still win their revolution. But it's very fun to play. I always enjoy these 3D realistic ones, and I'm pretty happy with how the map turned out and everything, so thanks everyone. Let's go ahead and jump to Anakazan and have your experience of it.
Yeah, I think I mostly ran the left side was Sherman and Burleson, and as well as CIC Sam Houston. Yeah, no, I think the left flank actually did very well, right? Because they marched up in 2 columns front to back. So there was a lot of opportunities for them getting into each other's way, actually. But Burleson actually did very well in getting out of the way and forming essentially an L with Sherman, and ended up sweeping across the camp. Now, compared to the right flank, it's true they didn't encounter nearly as much resistance, but the maneuvering was still done very well, and yeah.
All right, thank you. McPanzer.
Oh, I don't deserve a say in this. I fought technical difficulties all day and contributed essentially nothing. I was the cheerleader for the Umpire team, and they did literally all of the work.
You did play around with some dead people every now and then.
I did, and I rolled the dice for Art shooting someone.
Yeah,
That was excellent rolling.
I got you, buddy. Don't worry.
You're the bastard.
Great game. I wish I could have contributed more.
Yeah.
I might have to roll some special dice for you next turn.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Alright, now we'll do the players working top to bottom. So, on the Mexican team, we actually had some people arrive late, which I think was perfect because it matched the confusion that would have existed. So, we'll start with Santana, reservist.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have to go in a moment. I'll keep this quick. Yeah, I got roped into watching the presidential debate, so I was unable to be here on time. My apologies. However, this was actually insane foreknowledge, as the umpire James points out. I actually was just simulating the command and control difficulties of the Mexican army for my other Mexican players, so you're very welcome. No, on a more serious note, I was very late, and so when I joined in, I was actually the one who ordered DeCoste forward because I was informed what was happening on the right, and I was like, oh, hey, DeCoste, you could probably go help them retake the breastworks. their cavalry's running away. And I just kind of assumed that was the cavalry wouldn't come back for like a turn or two, which was obviously an erroneous assumption. So my apologies to the Mexican players for all of the confusion. But I think we did our best out in the field, given the situation nonetheless. So have a good day, everybody.
All right. Burleson?
Yeah, so also just a quick note, Sherman was the one who charged the division. I was Burleson flanked around the left.
Oh, okay. I got that backwards,
Yeah, yeah.
So this is you somewhere, and you're ransacking the camp.
Yep. So, I mean, I pretty much spent the game walking, and then on the last turn just committed a war crime, shooting fleeing soldiers. So I think I had a good game. I was a little. I know there was one order that I just completely gave wrong. I tried to give like 2 different orders, so they just marched forward instead of doing what I thought they would do. So I learned from that. It was pretty interesting reading through the guide and trying to figure out how to put into words what I was trying to do. That was a fun challenge. You know, it's easy for me to think about what ideally where my army would be marching, etc. It's another thing to tell them to do that. So that definitely kind of opened my eyes to what it was like on an actual battlefield, because you couldn't just have them do exactly what you're thinking. So, but I had a lot of fun, and I'd be interested if anyone has any critiques or comments for me, because this is my first land-based game. I played a naval one a week or 2 ago. So.
All right, General Castrillon.
It was good. You told us to give a realistic order, so I made sure mine were in Spanish.
Yeah.
And just as a historical, my character died valiantly fighting in the front after I launched a bayonet charge into the charging Texians. Unfortunately, the American commander was a coward who wouldn't fight proper, like a gentleman. And unlike the historical one, who was so impressed that he told his men not to fire on Castrillon.
All right. Captain Millard.
Yeah, great game as always. Love this style of game. As I think someone said before, it really makes you condense your orders down into simple and what you need to do. But yeah, I just advanced forward and wasn't getting hit by the artillery. Got closer and closer, so it was kind of just charge in, which is what I did. And then Santa Ana was right in front of me. Hoped I'd kill him, but he got away. But then I was attacked by the Mexican general, I think before me, who unfortunately brought a sword to a gunfight and paid the penalty. Unfortunately, sorry about that. And after that, it was just reform and deal what we could do. I was a bit worried about what was going to happen on the right, but General Houston did the good work bringing the guns up. So yeah, it was a really good game. Well umpired as usual. More of these games. I think they're excellent.
All right. Juan Almonte. Chinleaf.
Out of all of the cowards in the entire Mexican army, my Golden Standard Battalion was the only one that fought till the end. And will be remembered as heroes for it, while you guys will be ashamed. I claim all credit, by the way.
All right, Cater. I think you were 2IC to Sherman.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. He can say it.
Okay. Martin Perfecto de Cos.
Yeah, I had a good old time, dude. That was badass. The highlight for me was when myself and Santa Ana, we mounted a valiant defense against the charging cavalry. He actually ordered the Matamoros battalion to fire into us, or not into the cavalry past us. Somehow we didn't die, and the cavalry routed temporarily, at least. That's pretty badass. Didn't die. Yeah, had a good old time.
All right. Sam Houston.
Yeah, no, everything went according to plan outside of my cavalry commander getting whacked. I was gonna go take command of it personally, but I was like, nah, there's too many enemy regiments left, and I didn't want Miller being left out here alone, so I stayed on the guns. Uh, yeah, total victory, 10 out of 10. Texans for life, you know.
All right. Sherman.
Our highlight of the night was encircling Almonte's boys. He fought very valiantly. He's not here anymore, but he fought very valiantly. That was our pivotal moment. Was capturing and well, I guess we meleeed them to the death, but that was fun. Burleson was a great other wing commander, and I thought the cohesion went pretty well. I thought we kept the momentum, and it was a sequence of pure violence of action, and it played out as planned.
All right. Last one, Vicente.
So I was in a very interesting position. As James said, I wasn't expecting to be on the defensive, and I was also filling in for Santa Ana, who only showed up mid-battle, along with Juan. But so my initial order was actually to have troops form up and march out. But apparently we were at rest and had no reason to march out. So I had everyone originally start moving up, trying to reorganize, just form any kind of battalions, and I ended up in the first couple minutes or so sending out a manual to the right. And then when Juan showed up, I sent relieved myself of like 2 or 3 battalions I had commanded and sent him to the right. And then finally, when Santa Ana showed up, I finally relieved my last battalion over to him. It was just very interesting to be second in command in a situation where your camp is being attacked, and you're expecting to be in the offense, and you have people waking up for their tents mid-battle, then having to transfer command in an orderly fashion. I think I did okay organizing things and getting things transferred without like conflicts. I would say the one issue was that was pointed out is that I did order decals to go out past the breastworks. So I share part of the blame for that, I believe. Besides that, I was just mostly sitting and watching. But I did run away first. I mentioned I was going to organize the rear when that was in quotation marks, which I meant because I was retreating. That's it for my perspective.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for playing. Glad you guys all enjoyed it. I'm going to stop the recording, but you're welcome to hang out and keep talking, and we'll see you at the next one, which is it'll be the Battle of Camden next week.